Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. In this video, we will be talking about something that is beneficial for human health as well as for our environment. So the topic for today's video is sustainable eating. Now, before we dive into how sustainable eating is beneficial for us as well as for the environment, let us first understand what exactly does it mean. So sustainable eating implies choosing foods which are good for human health as well as for the environment. We all are well aware of the fact that there are certain foods, particularly animal-based foods, which harm the environment by contributing to carbon footprint. And sustainable eating therefore focuses more and more on plant-based foods. So how can sustainable eating be helpful and how can we imply sustainable eating? Let us dig in deeper and understand the 6 steps that are involved in this. So first step over here is eating more and more plant-based foods. We reduce our carbon footprint and ultimately help in the betterment of our environment. But this doesn't necessarily mean that we need to go completely vegan or vegetarian in order to contribute to our environment. What we can do over here is simply swap 1 or 2 meat-based meals on a weekly basis with some high-quality plant-based meals. For example, if we are having chicken or fish or meat in any form, in order to get more protein from that, we can swap it with more and more plant-based protein sources like tofu, tempeh, lentils or beans. Second important step that we can take over here is buy more and more local and regionally available foods that are grown in your own regional area, so that the transportation cost cuts, there's no need of long transportation of food, and ultimately the harmful gaseous emissions are reduced. Let us also not forget that when we focus on more and more local produce, we get more fresh foods, we get foods which are free of preservatives, and ultimately foods which are healthier and tastier for us. Third important step is waste less food. Let us always remember that 1/3 of total food produced in the world goes into waste, which is a huge loss of time, money, energy, and numerous other resources. So how can we reduce this wastage of food? We can simply plan our meals before we buy them and cook them at home. And we can store them carefully. We can store them in their required conditions, whatever conditions is required for proper storage of food, so that their shelf life is increased and we can use the leftovers mindfully. Fourth important step is choose sustainable sources of proteins. Sustainable sources of protein means do not blindly follow the trend of getting more and more proteins from animal meals. Do not blindly follow the trend of good bioavailable proteins, high quality, good quality proteins, and simply run behind animal meats. You can simply try plant-based proteins which are equally good for your body like tofu, tempeh, beans, seeds, lentils and many more. Going one step further is MSG certified seafoods, that is seafoods which are actually beneficial for the environment, for our own health and which is animal protein as well. Last important step is ditching the use of single-use plastic. We all must be aware of how much plastic is being used worldwide and how much hazardous it is for the environment, for the animals and human health as well. Let's not forget that a plastic that is used once takes thousands of years to degrade, and in the duration of thousands of years, it has already caused too much harm for the environment. Remember, sustainable eating is about progress and not perfection. A small step taken mindfully and consistently can make a huge difference. If this video was anywhere helpful to you, please do hit that like button, comment if there are any tips or suggestions from your side, and do subscribe for more such videos. Till then, take care, have a good day, and eat sustainably.